This is the future.
Today is August 29, 2024. It is 12:36 a.m. and about 4 hours we're gonna leave to go on vacation. So I'm gonna do this video really quickly. Hopefully I render it and upload it as soon as possible. This is my back end. I don't have too much time to chit chat. 1,686 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. I'm pretty surprised because I do not have a video every day on this channel. I have $10.77, so that's pretty good. The other thing I want to say is on PYTE, I have the same thing up here. I'll put an arrow so you see what I'm talking about. That talks about they want me to tell about myself, the channel, and all of that. But for some reason, Archewell Team Sussex doesn't have it. So this channel and my other channel have it. I spoke about it in one of my videos on either Archewell Team Sussex or PYTE. All right, analytics. Okay, so I had 13 subscribers. That's probably when they went to Colombia. That's the area around this time here, 13 plus subscribers. And then after that is a little bit slow down because I have not uploaded that much. But on today's video, I have about 3 tweets to share with you, and one of them is the website of Travalyst that I will go over just to give you a little background with Travalyst, because I don't remember if I did a video for Travalyst on this channel. So just to give you a basic understanding of what Travalyst is all about. And the other 2 tweets are a video of Travalyst will be in New York to somewhat celebrate their 5th anniversary. So this is why I want to share that with you. And the Diana Award. Harry, who's heading to New York City come this September to tackle a couple topics: Travalyst, the Halo Trust, Archewell, Diana Award, African Parks. I spoke about it on one of my videos on PYTE. And then the last tweet that I have is about Diana's award. All right, so let's go on Travalyst.org. It's an organization. Okay, so there it is here. About who are we? Founded in 2019 by Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, Travalyst is a not-for-profit global coalition of some of the biggest names in travel and technology: Amadeus, Booking.com, Expedia Group, Google, MasterCard, Sabre, Skyscanner, Travelport, Trip.com Group, TripAdvisor, and Visa. And I think, I don't know if I shared a video where Harry was introducing the Travalyst when it first came about. I'm not sure if well, at that time this channel was not in existence, but never mind. Okay, so that's my answer right there. This channel was not in existence, so I don't think I shared it. All right, and I don't think I have that video where it's probably on PYTE. That's probably where it is, where Harry was introducing Travalyst for the very first time. All right, what we do as an independent entity, we provide supportive and neutral governance to our coalition partners, empowering some of the biggest and occasionally competing travel and technology brands to work together to accelerate change. The goal is to bring credible, consistent sustainability information to the mainstream, helping people make more informed travel choices. What this means for the industry: our coalition works collaboratively to provide clear, credible, and consistent sustainability information. We share this information on a global scale, ensuring that all the work we do is transparent, independently validated, and in time open source, so anyone in the travel industry can use it. What this means to travelers: people booking travels are presented with consistent, transparent, easy to understand sustainability information across the travel platforms they already know and trust. This enables them to make more informed travel choices. Our team, we are led by Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, founder and patron; Sally Davy, chief executive. When I read this, led by, there was something that happened. I might have talked about it. Yeah, then again, it probably on PYTE. Alright, our board: India Gary Martin, founder and CEO, leadership for exec; Clee Cass Cook, director for policy, advocacy and member mobilization, World Business Council for Sustainable Development; Dr. Sally Uren, chief executive, Forum for the Future; Jim Witten, chief executive, Doty Street Chambers; Henrietta Worthington, lawyer, Vedder Price. Okay. Travalyst Independent Advisory Group. Our independent advisory group comprises world-leading experts on sustainability who provide independent and critical analysis of the work developed and delivered by the coalition. They are, okay, so these are the names. I'm trying to hurry because I do not have that much time. Okay, so biographies, feel free to pause your screen and read it, or go on travalyst.org. Alright, the link will be in the description. Alright, so these are some of the things regarding Travalyst. Alright, so you could navigate through it. Alright, who we are, I went over all of that. About, let's see this one. So I went over all of this already, our team and all of that. Okay, so if you want to look more into it and navigate their website, again, you could do it on your own. There's so much more you could look into about certification. There was one video I remember reading some stuff about how they get their certification. They went through a lot of processes and they follow a certain is it world which organization? Is it UN? Okay, it's probably somewhere here. Let me pause for a second. I was not recording. So now we're going on Twitter. So this is the video that I want to share with you before you see it. That way you have a, I guess, a basic understanding, which I don't think I did a good job going over the website. But to see an organization with its short time since of its existence, it did so well. Alright, so this is the video here. Prince Harry's Travalyst will be celebrating their 5th anniversary by being spotlighted during the Climate Week of the UN General Assembly. Let's listen. Is it playing?
Travalyst will be in New York for Climate Week, celebrating our 5th anniversary. Since we launched in 2019, we have brought together 11 of the world's biggest and often competing travel and technology brands to work together on bringing sustainable tourism to the mainstream. Today, we are a $3 trillion coalition.
This blows my mind. $3 trillion. That's a lot of money. And Harry started this from scratch. And you know the best thing with Harry, you know what's really good with him? He bring expert. Okay, he knows what he wants to do, and he bring the proper people to help create his vision. That's what's really good with Harry. Okay, with all of the people that works with him, without them, his vision will not be able to be as successful as we are seeing them.
Has this been easier or harder than you thought to start your own foundation, and to what would you say?
I think it's made easier with the people that we work with.
Okay, with all of the people that works with him, without them, his vision will not be able to be as successful as we are seeing them.
The support that we have, obviously, it's certainly made easier having the name and the position, because with that comes the ability to convene some amazing people and some expertise, of which a lot of other organizations wouldn't have the opportunity to do. So,
including with Invictus as well. Okay, so let's continue.
Guided by our independent advisory group of world-renowned sustainability academics and experts. We're really looking forward to being in New York with our founder, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, to celebrate everything that we have achieved together so far and sharing our vision for what's to come next.
Okay, so that's that. Alright, there will be a screenshot as you watch that video. Led by Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, Travalyst is a global initiative with the ambition to change the impact of travel for good. Celebrating 5 years in September. Congratulations, good King Harry. Yeah, okay. This image, this is what I keep on thinking, I feel like I went over it when I have a video of him talking about it. But that's that. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, and I think it's a retweet. That was that 40. That's a retweet, and I think it's because of the caption. Okay, I'm not gonna play the video again. Alright, Prince Harry founded Travalyst in 2019 and in 5 years has been able to build a coalition of 11 of the world's biggest travel and technology brands with a market value of $3 trillion to work together to bring sustainable tourism to the masses. Climate Week, New York City. This is, Harry's thing is incredible. Alright, so that's that. And now I have a tweet regarding the Dino Award. Unfortunately, I have a tweet, the video that I did yesterday regarding that explain about the Dino Award, what Harry will be doing. It's on PYTE. Alright, so this is my last tweet for this video. Alright, Prince Harry's out here protecting and advancing his mother's legacy, truly his mother's son. Good King Harry, Prince Harry. Alright, so she retweeted this tweet from Dino Award. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and our 25th anniversary year, the Dino Award is delighted to be leading an event with Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, in New York this September. One of the things I said on my video when I was talking about that, is on PYTE, is that I think, I could be 1,000,000% wrong, the two brothers alternate each year where one of them lead the award. And for some reason, I think this year is Harry's turn and next year will be William's turn, because last year when at the Dino Award, Harry appeared on TV. I guess they zoomed it or whatever to talk with the groups, and yeah, that's what I think. After the ceremony and everything, they went in a room, they talked with Prince Harry about the ceremony and the award and things like that. So this year he's gonna meet the people who got awarded the award in person. Alright, then Harry and Will used to do this together. Now Prince Harry is going alone. Pretty much Will's. I guess your hatred of Harry is stronger than mommy's legacy, unless I'm wrong. Okay, you see, this is the thing that I think too. Alternate. I think they alternate. Last year it was held in UK with Willie making a boring face-to-face speech, and this year is Harry's hosting it. That's what I think. This person get it. That's what I think. Okay, makes more sense this way. Harry was happy to join via video. That's the thing that I was talking about. Makes more sense this way. Harry was happy to join via video last year, but I suspect the heir will be too proud and arrogant and do the same. So it's great Harry has it all to himself. But I think, isn't William gonna be in New York as well? I think he's gonna be in New York as well to do his Earthshot thing. Willie doesn't deserve to participate. I mean, we can't say that. As much as we don't like his attitude, and he didn't even stay afterward to talk with the people. He just left the room, I think, after he did his speech. But we can't say, because still, no matter how much we don't like his personality and his behavior, especially how he treated Meghan, Diana is still his mother, so we can't say that. Alright, Willie doesn't deserve to participate. He called his mother paranoid, yes, for sure, and apply she was crazy. What a treacherous son. Okay, you can tell which son got which gene from which parent. Will had dies looks, but those are gone now, but Harry received her beautiful spirit, which remains. You can duplicate natural internal shine. It can be taught. You're born with it. Lucky Meghan has it too. Alright, so there's that. That's an ad. Does it make me bad person that I'm enjoying with gleeful anticipation the meltdown that will happen in 3, 2, 1 at the scribe? People are laughing. I can find this on their profile. Did they delete it? Alright, here it is slightly updated. Alright, and our 25th year. Okay, so that's from the Dino Award. Okay, and our 25th year, the Diana Award is delighted to be leading an event with Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, in New York this September. The event will be driven by young people and their insight on the biggest issue facing their generation today. Alright, so that's the actual link she put here, not the screenshot. And once upon a time, everyone thought that Prince William was going to be the one carrying forth Princess Diana's legacy. Instead, he has distanced himself, and Prince Harry has more than stepped up. Alright, I wonder if that is also when the Meghan will put out the very interesting. I was gonna say no, but on the statement, which I'm not sharing here, is not because I don't want to. I already talked about it on PYTE, and I don't have the link. They said that after they list the Halo Foundation, Invictus, Travalyst, all the other organizations that Harry's part of, they say, and also with Archewell. So who knows? Maybe, I don't know. All right, I wonder if that is also when the Meghan will put out the American Riviera Orchard in the same week. I don't think, will she do that on that week? I don't know, because it will make sense. In my book, Prince Harry out and about doing his and the Meghan doing her thing at the same time to get full publicity for both of them. Crossing fingers. Let's tweet comment underneath here. Okay, it makes sense. This is someone that I black. Okay, I honestly don't see her launching at the same time he's doing this. Yeah, I don't think so too. They don't compete with each other. They take turns and support each other. Probably helps with the childcare too. Well, after what happened in New York, the chase, and this is something that I brought up at that time, because when you look at who were and who the paparazzi was chasing, it was all to be adults. God forbid if what they wish had happened to the Sussexes did happen. Knock on wood, this never happened again. Can you imagine the kids who will be watching them? And at that time, I said they need to write a will. What if, God forbid, something happened? Who should be looking out for the kids? So all three of them, all three adults, cannot leave to do the same event ever again. That was a major experience for them to think about that, because you could see how the royal family will try to scoop the kids. All right, and then if God forbid they win, I don't know, they have money, they probably would, if there is nothing written for the kids, and if they win and the kids go back to the UK, you could see the torturous that will happen. Okay, so I don't think from this point on, since the chase, they will ever leave do the same event at the same time, unless if it's something completely different. But at least all three cannot go at the same time. Two maybe, but one of them have to stay, and they have to write a will that they should never ever go to the UK. And then at one point, I think I brought up Will Reeves. All right, Superman's son, the one who interviewed Harry in Canada when he was introducing the 1-year review for the Invictus, Winter Invictus. Okay, when both parents die, okay, first the father died, and then months later the mother died. So the mother had set out a will or arranged everything, because at that time she knew she had cancer, so she arranged where her son will go, despite the fact that Will had 2 adult siblings who live in the UK. Instead, she wrote a will, I don't know, she arranged, I don't know if it's a will, but she arranged for her son to stay with a good friend of hers. And you could see the friend did a wonderful job. You never hear anything about him being, doing crazy stuff. He did so well. Look at this. He got a job where he was the one, is it ABC or something? Whatever the station that sent him to interview Harry. Okay? So the same thing can apply for Harry and Meghan. Knock on wood, because we do not know the future. So they have to prepare just in case. And Harry and Meghan know they don't want the kids to be over there. This is why they remove them from over there. But God forbid, if nothing is written anywhere, the royal family will try to, use their power to grab the kids. So they could use, God, I don't even want to go there. All right. So many other things popping up in my mind. I don't want to share my crazy thought with the nonsense that I see been going on over there. All right. So they will spend it and say she's competing with him. Yes, there is that. So if it does happen in September, let's hope it's a week or two before Prince Harry goes to New York. All right, thumbs up. All right, so that's it. All right, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you.
And it worked for previous generations, and we will always say yes to becoming patron of a charity that we believe in and that we're incredibly passionate about. But I think in today's world, you have to be involved with things that make sense to where your passions lie, rather than potentially turning up to a charity once a year. I don't think that's necessarily beneficial to anybody. But our mental health campaign, Heads Together, back in the UK, is a classic example. We were able to bring together 8 mental health charities that have been working in the sector for many, many, many years. But being able to bring them together and say, right, you guys have never sat around a table together and discussed the main issues. What we want to be able to do now is, through our foundation, create a platform in which your expertise and your experience is elevated. And therefore, you tell us what needs to be done around mental health within the UK and globally. And they said, if you can remove the stigma, that makes our life a lot easier. So that's exactly what we did. We tried to remove the stigma and tried to normalize the discussion around mental health.
So in some ways, the past, the protocol may have been lending your name and using your name to create a halo around the organization that would benefit it. And it sounds like the younger royals are more about more than just name association, more direct action and involvement. So do you feel you're more hands-on? Is that fair to say?
I think in today's world, you have to be. I think you have to be much more hands-on. And also...
Why? I mean, why do you have to be? You could have done it the same way. You could have had 200 charities and been a patron of them. I mean, no one would have thought any different.
No, but if you end up working individually for, let's say, 200 charities, in today's world, I think that kind of dilutes the impact that you can have. What our foundation is all about and what our platform is all about is encouraging people to come together, to work together, so that there's less competition within that sector, whether it's financially or otherwise, and saying, right, guys, you're doing the same thing. Please, let's get around a table, talk to each other, work it out, and come up with a long-term strategy.
But doesn't this seem obvious? Like, why haven't other people done it then? So you've created, with your brother and sister-in-law, the Royal Foundation. Okay, you've started a charity. My first question would be, do we need another charity? So, what was your thinking in coming together? Whose idea was this?
So that's my motto is exactly that. Why another charity? Our foundation is not another charity. We're not trying to take up any more space. I think we all agree that the charity sector is quite full at the moment. But as I said, what we're trying to do is use our platform to be able to bring people together to affect change.
So why haven't other people done this?
Because I genuinely believe that we as a foundation will never be able to compete with some of the other big foundations financially, as weird as that may sound, but that's fact. What we do have is a unique ability to be able to put our name and everything that comes with to a really good purpose, to a really good cause. And as I said, there are many organizations out there that have never come together and that would never sit around a table and discuss the topic of which they're all involved with, but we've proven that. We've made that possible.
So in some ways, you're leveraging your name, it seems to me. Does this create something very, very unique to you and your brother and sister-in-law, in that you can get these people to come together and talk to each other? Because working together is hard.
Yeah, well, it's hard working together as a family. It's hard working together. And it's hard working together when you are scrapping for the same money within the same sector, as a lot of people know. But through some of the initiatives that we've created, Invictus Games, as an example, that brought together 10, 12 different service charities to be able to share expertise, share knowledge, share experience, specifically around mental health, so that they were all standardization across the board to make sure that whatever the best practice was, everybody was sharing that. And therefore, if there's a wounded soldier that's left the forces, that's been lost in amongst the chaos of everything else, if they stick their head above the parapet and they go to Help for Heroes, one of the charities in the UK, if that's not for them, like you go to your supermarket, everybody chooses the supermarket that they want to go to. It's the same with the charity sector. And if you've got 101 choices to choose from, every single person is uniquely wired, and therefore their cure or their fix will be specific to them. But what we're able to do is bring everybody together once again around a table and say, right, you're now part of a group, you're part of something. And therefore, anybody that comes in gets the opportunity or the option of 12 of you rather than one of you.
Whose idea was this? I mean, who was it? You or Prince William or
The Royal Foundation?
Yeah.
Can't even remember. But
was it just obviously a good idea, or?
I think it comes with the territory, doesn't it? I mean, once you realise the effect that your name and that your position can have, surely all you want to do is make sure that you spend every living day trying to bring people together and trying to make the most of that position.
But it hadn't been done before this way.
No, true. But as I said, you know, with the way that the world has changed and with the platforms that we now have, used in a positive way, we can really bring people together from all over the world, across the Commonwealth of 52 countries, of a third of the world's population, of which 60% is under the age of 30. That is a platform of youth, of which needs to be listened to.
But the scale and the vastness of that is really hard then to manage. So how do you pick what you're going to do? So you mentioned the Invictus Games. You do everything from that to a program to develop coaches in the UK. You do, and around the world. You mentioned Heads Together, which is focused on mental health. How do you decide what to do? Because you have literally seen a lot. You've seen a lot of programs. You've seen great need in the world. Who puts a finger down on something and says, this one?
Yeah, it's, I think when you're part of a large charity or a large foundation, I think it is very hard to say no. But I think what we've realized is it's even harder to have a finger in every single pie. And therefore, for us, early intervention, where possible, is definitely the key. Impact is definitely, has to be the priority. You know, none of us want to spend the rest of our lives connected to charities of which we're just making people's lives better. Far rather identify a problem and try and fix it before it becomes an even bigger problem.
So when you come at it from that perspective, is there a vetting process for what you decide to do? Or is it, these are just particular areas of interest to one or all of you?
I think it depends on our background, on our passions, of what we're really interested in.
Do people pitch you ideas?
There has to be that connection. Sorry?
Do people pitch you ideas?
Yeah, there's plenty of ideas pitched, but taking it back to the mental health thing, that was luck of the timing. There was an issue that needed to be talked about, probably needed to be talked about many, many years ago. But I reckon 10 years ago, if that discussion had happened, or we'd started that campaign, or anybody else had started that campaign, never would have succeeded. But the fact is, the success of that campaign was built on the need within the United Kingdom, and the fact that every single person in the United Kingdom was ready for that conversation. And all of a sudden, once you normalize that topic, that discussion, everybody started to realize, wow, not only do I know other people that have suffered, I might have suffered as well. And then once that becomes normalized, then all of a sudden you realize that actually more people have tasted a mental health issue to a certain extent than haven't.
Right.
That's the tipping point of which we're at the moment. But as I said, the success wasn't based on us. The success was based on the fact that everybody was ready for the conversation.
So I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but I just want to ask just practically. So let's just say that comes to you. It has these unique characteristics where you can see the need, you can see the ability to leverage, you can see how lending your name and reputation to this will elevate an issue that is very important, whose moment has come. Do you vote? Do the three of you sit down and say, I'm in or I'm out? Or
It's still a young organisation. I mean, our first grant was in 2012, I think it was, actually with these guys. But so yeah, we're still very much in the infancy years as such. But what we're trying to do is we want to prove the model in different sectors, and then once we've proven it, then we want to expand it. And there's no point in doing it otherwise, because what's the point in being involved in something unless you know that you're succeeding to a certain extent, if you know what I mean?
Right. Has this been easier or harder than you thought to start your own foundation and to, what would you say?
I think it's made easier with the people that we work with, the support that we have. Obviously, it's certainly made easier having the name and the position, because with that comes the ability to convene some amazing people and some expertise, of which a lot of other organizations wouldn't have the opportunity to do. So yeah, it's been emotional. Highs, no lows, but there is so much to do, as everybody in this room knows. There is so much to do, and the question is making sure that you streamline it, you do it the right way first time, and the crucial point is that we listen, and that we don't go into a project, we don't go into a community and stamp our authority down and go, we're the Royal Foundation, this is how you're going to do it. It's completely opposite, and that's why I believe that we've been so successful, is because we've gone into those communities and said, right, we all know there's a problem, what is the solution? And let us facilitate and fund you in the process.
Evolution. This is the future. This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.